Guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Last Son. This is the Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling Save in TEW 9. Today, Episode 3, Uprising 2022. We're now moving into our third pay-per-view of the series, and I have hopefully big plans and a potentially really good card to put together and showcase some of the talent we have here in CZCW. So why don't we go ahead and head into the office, book the card, go through the pre-show, and let's get Uprising underway. Okay. I don't think we're going to give anybody the night off, so we'll just skip that part. San Diego is going to be our location, so we'll just skip that. Let's finalize the broadcaster being Wrestle World. No pre-show incidents, that's great. Right into the booking team meeting. Let's buy a creative finish. Mass Cougar has one now. It's a safe bet. Okay. Let's buy a angle idea. Frankie Perez has an angle idea. It's a bit of a gamble, so hopefully we'll have to just think about that. But let's buy another creative finish with a Frankie Boy Fernandez creative finish. And let's buy a character idea. The safe bet for anybody. All good stuff. Let's bank the rest. Head into the locker room incidents. Remy Styles turned up and wants to work with us. I kind of think of Remy as the Jeff Hardy of the C-verse. He's kind of an awesome worker, but he has so much demons and problems that he just cannot keep it together and work for a company. I mean, if we take a look at his profile, his skills are excellent. He's an excellent worker for a 32-year-old. I really would love to give him a shot. So let's hire him for at least one show. Let's bring him in. I have a plan now for potentially using him. So Fox Mask Viento Negro has been spending a lot of time together. Many have noticed how Viento Negro has not started acting differently as a result. That's awesome to hear that Fox Mask is having an effect. Altitude has gotten heat for his behavior. The incident's been handled. Nothing comes from it, apparently. Fox Mask has been passing on tips to Fox Mask 2. Apparently, Texas Hangman and Miguel Rivera was separated. We did run 8 training for our students each, for men and female. And I think we'll now get in here and we'll just skip the addressing the locker room. And we do have quite a few pre-booked settings, but before we do that, I want to come in here. I want to get the COT World Tag Team titles and the COT Heavyweight title, because those are big parts of our show right now. So we're going to add our first match to the show tonight. It's going to be the main event. It's going to be Max Cougar taking on Frankie Boy Fernandez. And it's going to be a regular match right now. Frankie Boy is going to pick up the victory. We're basically going to kind of bring this feud right now to an end and then morph it and bring in a few more other people into this feud. Max Cougar is going to go his way. Frankie Boy is going to go his way. Some new people being brought in to feud with those guys. But I'm hoping for a really good matchup from these two because they do excellent work together. And I'm kind of sad to see it go, but I don't want to get that repetition problem and everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll change this up, add Fox Mask in, we'll make sure the title's there, and let's go ahead and book this match.
So we're going to test this out here with this one, and we're going to add the semi-main event of American Flash taking on Luck Fallon, Masked Stranger, and Frankie Perez for the COTT World Heavyweight title. And we're going to try to have an open match. We'll try to call it in the ring. The victor, though, I'm trying to think about this one. I could have Frankie Perez win again. He's definitely a excellent champion. He's held the belt a very long time. I'm thinking about putting the belt, though, on American Flash. I think it would do kind of a good thing for his career. Maybe give him a little bit more popularity. raise his prestige a little bit. Frankie's done a lot with the belt, but I think he's just kind of done everything he possibly can with the belt right now. So we'll take it off of Frankie and potentially put it on American Flash. So we will give American Flash the victor here. And we'll go ahead and book this matchup here. Make sure the title is on there. It is. I think this will work out well for American Flash. Let's go ahead and add our CZCW World Tag Team title matchup between Gangster Nation and the Beach Boys. It's going to be a regular matchup. Summon Waves is going to get the victory here. And we're going to script it. But this is going to be basically the Beach Boys picking up a victory. I do like them. I think that they're a good tag team. I think the only team right now that I would rather take them off, there's two. The Wildcats and possibly the California Dreams that could potentially take these titles off these guys. But all in all, they're a pretty good tag team, and I enjoy booking them. Okay, next up, we'll take and actually put the COTT World Tag Team titles on the line with Holland and Barrett from Maul taking on the California Dreams. And we're going to have the match aim stealing the show. Kira Lee's going to pick up the victory. Let's make sure we add the titles in there. This is just going to continue it's not even really a storyline. It's just continuing the bringing in talent from the COTT and matching them up against the California Dreams. And we're going to try to push them as far as we possibly can with these. Get some good popularity from it. And keep pushing them. So that's what we're going to do with this match.
Okay, let's go ahead and add these promos to the booking card. We have a promo with Juliet Balconi, who's going to declare her interest in the Extreme title. Telling the crowd she's going to plan on getting Carlos Burr's attention with her match tonight and earn a shot, which will, that title's going to look so good around her waist. And this is just going to basically, I'm going to insert her into the Extreme title picture and that whole storyline. So that way we can get her mixed in with this, because I think she's a pretty good performer for us. Okay, next up we're going to add the promo with Gangsta Nation in the ring. They're going to challenge the Beach Boys for the titles. The Beach Boys come out, they have a, get into their faces, and they have a, tense stare down, maybe pulled apart by security. But they accept the challenge, and that's what sets up our match for later on tonight. Okay, we can now book the angle with Frankie Boy Fernandez cutting a promo about Max Cougar and his impressive performances last month, pinning him in that tag team match. He tells him to get his gear ready because tonight he has his shot at the title again. This is just going to basically set up that main event and potentially set it up to where now this is going to be Max Cougar's last chance for a while. Okay, up next we're going to book the Frankie Perez angle, where he's going to be in the ring with American Flash. Tells him he has a huge amount of respect for Flash and wants to give him a shot at the COTT World Heavyweight title. Lug Felon of IPW, Masked Stranger of NYCW come out, and they say they both have a claim to that title shot as well. And Frankie basically says, I am a fighting champion. I'll never pass up a fight, so I'm offering all of you guys, and it's going to be a fatal four-way now. Okay, that's all of the pre-booked angles and segments I've done. I want to add one more angle. I'm just going to make it a quick angle, cutting a promo. Frankie's going to basically show a ton of respect for American Flash after this matchup and kind of lift his hand in victory for the crowd. That kind of, passing of the torch to American Flash. I've carried this for a while. It's your turn to carry it now. Just that ultimate respect between Frankie and American Flash. So we'll just go ahead and we'll book that. And we'll go ahead and move that around. Eventually we'll move the flow around. But let's book a singles match here and we'll get rid of everybody already booked and make sure that we have our stars, well-known people. But this is what we're going to do here. We're going to do Carlos Barrera taking on Remy Sky. One night only. Remy Sky's back. Potentially could come back further, but we're going to put him in a extreme title matchup because I'm hoping, I just want to see what Remy can do, right? I'm wanting to see what Remy can do with Carlos Barrera, and this whole show, we're going to steal the show with this match. I'm hoping that we see a pretty good match up here, and we'll go ahead and finish that one. And as I'm looking here, I see this says Fernandez and not Frankie Boy, so I need to change this from Frankie Boy to Perez. So I'm now updating this, and that way it all makes sense now, right? Flash and Perez, and I'll put that right behind the match up. Okay, let's go ahead and add a singles match up here, and I just want to make sure that we get some of the bigger names on the card and we don't miss anybody. But so let's get California Love Machine, probably a matchup, and who could we do it against? Potentially I'd like to keep it with that whole storyline with the Extreme title. So we could do Johnny Perez, we could do Rivera. Let's do Hugh to Asco. Hugh to Ask versus California Love Machine, and we'll let California Love Machine pick up the victory. He'll get another shot at the CZCW Extreme title with this win. We'll go ahead and move that up a little bit here, and we'll get ready to book our next match. Okay, in the next match, we'll make sure we have everybody here that needs to be, so that's good. We'll have Juliet Balconi take on, could do your Eureka LaBelle, could do Heartbreaker. I think I'll put quite a few choices here that make sense, and I'm hoping to have a good match. But let's go with Viento Negro. This will just be a match between, let's check their skills here real quick. Juliet Balconi is going to get the victory. Let's do a high spots. Now let's do a regular matchup. Juliet getting the victory here. This will propel her into that storyline with the Extreme title. We'll move this down to right around the beginning here. I know we're going to have some matchups that go up in front of it, but for the first one here, I think that's good. Okay, so get a tag team matchup on the card here. We have the Wildcats and we have Thunderstruck. I think that would be a excellent matchup. Get the Wildcats, a decent victory, and also let the Wildcats show off and show it and get some good performances, get some good experience. Let's give El Jaguar the win, and hopefully this will get a pretty decent rating from the crowd. Okay, let's get another singles matchup. Let's get Texas Hangman, and I want to have him face, thinking about who we would like potentially put him in a matchup with. I'm hoping for someone basically who, I don't mind losing the popularity because Texas Hangman's going to go over, obviously. So I could do Johnny Perez, could do Heartbreaker. Let's do Heartbreaker because he has a little bit better momentum. But Texas Hangman's going to go over. Hopefully Heartbreaker can, turn in a performance for us. And this also might propel Texas Hangman into that Extreme title talk, with the good performances. Okay, another matchup. We're at 150 minutes, so this would have to be a pre-show match. And I'm thinking about having a pre-show battle royal. We'll do a 15-man battle royal. This is kind of a cheap way to get a bunch of talent on the show, but I'm not going to do it every single show. Just going to be something I'm going to do right on this one. So we'll add in guys like Altitude, Blue Phantom, some of these younger guys here. We'll do Johnny Perez, do Montero and Rivera, Onslaught, and Sel Quinn. Okay, now we have the two teams here. Do J, and that's it. So now we have pretty good, decent sized, I think a pretty good battle royal. And I'm going to give Blue Phantom the victory here because why not, right? I want to push Blue Phantom as well. I think he has a pretty bright future in our company, so we'll book that. Okay, so there's something wrong here. Let's see. Okay, so Dylan has too much to do, and so is Fox Mask. So let's give Frankie Perez another road agent chance here. Takes care of that one. That's good. And drop that down a little bit to see if we can get rid of the Lug Felon Masked Stranger is being overused. We didn't, so could take it down even further, but I really don't want to. So go ahead and leave that where it is. And we'll end up here with one more match with one of the Apex twins, probably Gabe, going up against Malik Cash in the pre-show. This is just to get them on the card here. Nothing really other than that, but we'll have Frankie Perez be the road agent. Give Malik the victory. So that way, maybe we could have these two teams work with each other in the future. But I think that card is starting to shape up pretty nicely. And I think it's time we can start the show. So go ahead and start the show. 1,885 people come to San Diego to see CZCW Uprising. And they start out with a pre-show match that's apparently pretty poor. But we have Malik Cash defeating Gabe Apex 7 minutes 57 seconds by Cash Drop. We have wrestling rating of 35, crowd rating of 20. We have wrestling or segment overall rating of 41. Gabe with 26, Malik with a 45. Gabe was off his game. They do have great chemistry and it showed in their performance, so excellent job. We'll take that 41 on a pre-show match all day. So up next we have our pre-show battle royal with Blue Phantom getting the win, 10 minutes 27 seconds, 40 wrestling rating. Crowd wasn't into it as much as what I was hoping, but 19, 50 though segment rating. Did advance the storyline with the CZ to the extreme. Jay Becker was off his game, and Miguel Rivera was off his game. But ultimately, did what we wanted, which was get Blue Phantom a victory, and potentially beating Miguel Rivera last can cause maybe a storyline to happen there. But a 50 segment rating, I'm really happy with this battle royal. We then move into the main card, and our first match, we have Texas Hangman taking on Heartbreaker. It's about to have decent wrestling, but little heat. Texas Hangman defeats Heartbreaker 7 minutes 2 seconds after a choke slam. It's designed to work the crowd. We have a wrestling rating of 48, crowd rating of 17, segment rating of 55. Texas Hangman with a 53, Heartbreaker with a 43. They have great chemistry and it shows in their performances. That's excellent news, especially with Heartbreaker being in the Extreme title storyline. We could put Texas Hangman in, and any matchup we get later with those guys would potentially be better because of this chemistry. Awesome job by these two guys. Texas Hangman is just awesome. And then up next we have Juliet Balconi coming out to the ring before her match talks to the crowd, throws her name in the ring for the Extreme title, telling the crowd that she plans on getting Carlos Ferreira's attention with her match tonight and eventually earn a shot at the title, which would look so good around her waist. 33 segment rating, and everything. The commentary lifted it, gave it a boost. She had no trouble with needing to be scripted, so that's good to see. And that'll lead us into her match, which is decent wrestling, very non-existent crowd heat though. Juliet Balconi does defeat Viento Negro 7 minutes 27 seconds by pinfall. Wrestling rating of 43, crowd rating of 14, segment overall 48, Juliet with a 47, Viento with a 39. They have good chemistry, lifted the match, that's good to see. Love finding that chemistry between workers because it can just make the matches that much better. But a 48 is a pretty decent match overall, especially early in the card. So I'm happy with this, and this will vault hopefully Juliet into the storyline and then add some stuff to that storyline. Next, we have Frankie Perez in the ring with American Flash. Frankie tells Flash he has a huge amount of respect for him and offers him a shot at the COTT World Heavyweight title. Music hits and out comes Lug Felon of IPW and then Masked Stranger of NYCW, and they both stake a claim for a title shot. Frankie says that he's a fighting champion and loves nothing more than a good fight, and tonight's match now will be a fatal 4-way for the COTT World Heavyweight title. It's a 40 segment rating. A couple people were not good with improvising. Frankie was, Lug was. So ultimately 40 rating for a segment's not horrible. I'll take it. Up next we have California Love Machine and Hugh to Ask. Thought they had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. California Love Machine picks up the victory, 10 minutes 27 seconds, with an LAX departure. Wrestling rating of 57, crowd rating of 32, segment rating of 64. California Love Machine had a 59 performance, and Hugh had a 55. Excellent job. The storyline advanced, it gained heat. 64 performance from these guys. I love it. I'll take it anytime. And California Love Machine will get a shot at the winner of Carlos Ferreira, Remy Scott. Wildcats come out and they take on Thunderstruck. Decent match. Wildcats defeated Thunderstruck when El Jaguar pins Ellie DeGraza with a Jaguar suplex, 10:52 mark. Wrestling rating of 52, crowd rating of 26, segment rating of 62, so two excellent back-to-back matches here. T. Gray with a 62, El Jaguar with a 57, Ellie with a 48, Amy with a 41. We get some tag team bonuses from Thunderstruck. Excellent performances, excellent match. 62 is really good to see. Really good to see that Thunderstruck kind of did show up and show out. So that's a good thing to see, and I'm happy to see this. And now we have our COTT World Tag Team title match between Byron Holland, Lachlan Barrett of Mall, and the California Dreams. It's about to have decent wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. The California Dreams defeat Holland and Barrett, 10 minutes 42 seconds. Kira Lee hits a dream drop on Barrett and pins him. This is defense number 2 of the COTT World Tag Team titles. And we got 45 wrestling rating, 14 crowd rating, 45 overall segment rating. We do get an injury on Holland with broken ribs. Lachlan with a 28, Byron with a 47, Kira with a 58, Sky with a 46. So overall, not horrible. Some guys were off their games. The injury brought it down. But 45 is not bad. It basically furthers the California Dreams prestige and makes another defense for them. So that's all I really kind of wanted. Now we have Gangster Nation in the ring and they're challenging the Beach Boys for the title. Beach Boys don't shy down and come out and get in the faces of Bullseyes and Waylon Walls. They accept the challenge. 32 segment rating. Some people, obviously Waylon could go off the script, but Bullseye couldn't. Lost the storyline heat. But overall, it gets us ready for the matchup tonight. With that matchup, we get Gangster Nation And the Beach Boys, with the Beach Boys picking up the victory, wins Simon Waves, pins Waylon Walls. This is defense number 5 of the CZ Tag Team titles. 46 wrestling rating, 27 crowd rating, 53 segment rating. We have Waylon with a 37, Bullseye a 45, Chet with a 49, Simon with a 54. Pretty good performances from the Beach Boys. The only people I see taking the titles from these guys would be either the Wildcats or the California Dreams right now. It's the only 2 teams I really see dropping these titles to. So, excellent performance from both guys, both teams. We'll take a 53 segment rating anytime. We then have Frankie Boy Fernandez cutting a promo, talking about Masked Cougar and his impressive performance last month, pinning him in the main event. Frankie Boy tells Masked Cougar he gets his last shot tonight. He has one more chance at the title. Segment rating of 69. Gained some heat with the storyline. Frankie Boy loved going off the script. Performed well. So, setting up that final matchup for now between these two. And now we set up our extreme title matchup between Carlos Barrera and Remy Sky. It's a decent match. Barrera picks up the victory with a Curb Your Enthusiasm at 11 minutes 33 seconds. For defense number 4 of the extreme title. 48 wrestling rating, 38 crowd, 54 segment rating. Barrera with a 49, Remy with a 47. Barrera was off his game a little bit, but it was a good matchup. For 54, the crowd loved seeing Remy Sky. Maybe we bring him in. I don't know. He has those issues. He's, like I said, the Jeff Hardy of the Seaverse. He's very extremely talented, but has those demons that just kind of destroyed his career. But we'll see what we can do. And now we have our COTT World Heavyweight Championship matchup between American Flash, Doug Felon, Masked Stranger, and Frankie Perez. It's about to head great wrestling. Decent reaction from the crowd. American Flash picks up the victory when he pins Masked Stranger at the 18-minute, 3-second mark with a high velocity senton. He does win the COTT World Heavyweight title. It's got a 60 wrestling rating, a 36 crowd rating, a 62 overall segment rating. American Flash with a 63, Lug with a 54, Masked Stranger a 59, Frankie with a 64. Apparently was too short. We should have had it go a little bit longer. And Lug and Masked Stranger was getting off, or their gimmicks are getting stale, and they could have benefited from a little bit more time. But overall, 62 is awesome rating. And now we have a new COTT World Heavyweight Champion. And that leads us into American Flash and Frankie Perez. Frankie raising American Flash's hand in victory. This gets a 53 rating because they didn't like the fact that American Flash couldn't barely go off script to have his hand raised. But Frankie Perez did a masterful job, and we had an angle idea that was a success. So 53 segment rating. Passing up the torch theoretically to American Flash, as he will now try to defend that COTT World Heavyweight title. And now it's time for the main event of the evening. Masked Cougar taking on Frankie Boy Fernandez. It's about to have superb wrestling, good heat. Frankie Boy does pick up the victory at 19 minutes 50 seconds with a dirt nap. He makes defense number 2 of the Coastal Zone Championship title. Wrestling rating of 76, crowd rating of 48, segment overall 78. Man, this is awesome. Masked Cougar with a 67, Frankie Boy with an 84. We got heat from this segment. The success the creative finish was. Frankie Boy benefited from having a hot new move. Excellent job. Excellent main event match. And now we'll just finish up the show, see what our overall rating was. Okay, we finished up with a 65 overall rating, raised our popularity 18 regions. We did get the notes about the production, but I don't know if I'm going to worry about that right just yet because we're still getting good scores and gaining popularity. So we'll go ahead and finish this up, check and see if there's any mail. Actually, I'm sorry, we'll address the locker room first. Forgot that that's the step after this, but we'll give American Flash a speech. We will give Texas Hangman a speech, and we'll do Frankie Boy. So American Flash will give you a hug. We'll compliment Texas Hangman on a good performance, and obviously we'll tell Frankie Boy he had a great performance. All of them are pleased and very happy. Injury wise, that's just Byron Holland. He'll be out for 17 days for Maul. Financial report. Let's see how much we made. $16,359. We'll take it because that means that we're still gaining money every month and everything like that. So popularity, we did go up in the tri-state area, but we did not go up anywhere else like I was hoping we would. But we're gaining it. You can see the yellow. We're gaining the popularity. The pre-show is complete. We'll go ahead and finish this up. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the episodes and the whole series so far. If you are, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you like. Let me know some things. I know you guys want me to sign Ernest Youngman and Logan Wolfsbane. I kind of taped these in a kind of a batch, so I will address those. We do have some mail, nothing huge, but like I said, I know you guys want me to sign some guys. Leave some more suggestions down there. While you're down there, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You guys have shown a ton of love to the channel. I love it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. We're going to call the episode here. This has been episode 3 of Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling, the TEW IX save. This has been Uprising. I'm Last Son. Keep playing, guys. Stay awesome. And I'll see you in our next video.